Okay.
They're not very original anymore.
No. Let me run that again. See if we can. I hate when I change the duplicate display and so forth to have these go back and forth. It shrinks and makes things bigger. And I don't know how to reset it. Try restarting the computer. There it is, back to normal size. Okay, so got some images on here, and this is a button.
You want us to start playing into activity?
Not yet. I just generally going to talk about where we're headed. Now, if I click this Pink Panther button here, you see that it becomes visible or invisible. So let me start it again. I should have created a reset everything from the beginning. There's a Bugs Bunny right up here. He's real small. You can't see him. But if I click this button, that changes the position. This changes the image. So it changes it to Bugs Bunny, changes it back to that. Just so you can see it a little bit easier now. Notice where everything's positioned at. Now if I click this button here, it repositions both of them in the same location. Then if I click this alternates back and forth between them. Where we're going to head with this is you're going to create a pizza app today, where you'll start off with like the cheese pizza, and you'll have options over here where you can choose like pepperoni sausage, and it'll put pieces of that on your pizza. And the more you click, then the more gets added to your pizza. Yeah. Or not more of that button, but the more toppings, I should say. So just to go ahead and start a new project.
So this project is going to be the pizza, right? Or are we just testing and then we're going to do the pizza?
I would do a brand new one for the pizza app, but that's up to you. Because not everything I'm going to show you here is what's needed for the pizza app.
No. Delete later.
Now you want to bring in a couple of images.
I clicked on Windows Store. Oh, File Explorer.
Oh, okay. Now I know who's the business. Yeah. Kid Boo, go Cheetah. Cheetah.
Now right click, and remember you can choose your new
App. Res. Right click on Res.
Remember you could create your Android resource directory, or you didn't even have to do that. You could simply add the files here. Remember how to do that?
Add them as a drawable.
Yeah, when you paste it here, you see I just dropped mine in a drawable because wasn't much need to get it, But when you right click here and add it here, remember it asks you if you want to do it in drawable or drawable 2.4 or something like that. So you want to choose the drawable.
Oh, so you could just add it to drawable. But there's
So like if I add Pac-Man here, if I copy it,
I'll add goldfish.
do a paste.
And then I'll add US mark. I'll add Wolf Shack. How many do you want?
Just a couple is fine.
Broccoli on pizza.
Now, here I dropped on a couple of image views. And I set each one of them to the images. So I just dropped on another one. So we drop on another image view. And if you do drawable, choose your project. I just added on Pac-Man. Now, this one, I named IV_bugs. This one I named IV_pink. IV for image view. And this one I'll rename as IV_Pac-Man.
Two image views.
Now I notice that there's a favorite attributes down here when I have an image view selected, and the visibility is one of them. This is the attribute we're going to be programmatically changing. Everybody at that point?
Yeah, I got my two images.
Okay. So if you go over to main activity, I got two buttons here. Public void on pink click view V. Now my idea here was have a button that changes the visibility. Makes it visible or invisible. So just like always, you do image view, give it some kind of name, IV1, equals image view, find view by ID, r.id dot, and then you should be able to see IV underscore whatever you named it.
Button_shack. Shack equals
Now here I'm checking if I'm gonna do an iv1.getVisibility. This returns whether it's visible or not. And you're checking it, doing equals equals against view.gone. Now this view dot brings up different items, and there's three possibilities. There's invisible, there's visible, and there's gone.
So do we do view.gone?
View.gone. Might have just been too early in the morning, but I couldn't get invisible to work. So gone worked just fine. So if the image is gone, then I'm going to make it visible. Otherwise, I want to make the visible go away. So I set the visibility to gone. So it's get visibility and set visibility is how we change whether you can see something or not.
Oh, this is insane.
Now I wanted to ignore the constraints that we set up because if you think about a pizza app, you're going to want your cheese pizza first, right? And then you'll have other images that'll be over it.
It's very entertaining typing shack cups.
So I reposition image to position 5.5. That's almost the upper left-hand corner. I don't know why I didn't choose 0, 0. And how you do that is with the set X and set Y.
My else isn't working.
Yeah, my else isn't working either.
My if isn't working, that's why. Neither's my else.
Do you have the semicolon here?
Yeah.
I deleted it, it worked.
Deleted your semicolon?
Yeah. And it
Where
worked.
does it say it?
Else without test.
Oh,
Yeah, my history.
mine was back.
Oh, okay. JC, well, if you delete the gone one, if you accidentally put the thing on gone, don't do that.
You fool. You get yours work?
Yeah.
I'm gonna name it on
Okay, so if you run that now, well, you first have to associate that. So you go to, what I did is I went to buttons, and I added an image button. And I set it as Pink Panther. Now I'm going to set my constraints, so I'll do the infer constraints. And if I run what I got here, if I click that button here, doesn't do anything too exciting. Just Makes the Pink Panther visible and invisible. It also sets the position up to the upper left-hand corner because that's the way I programmed it.
My app would run.
It wouldn't run?
I don't know what it's doing.
Compilation fail.
It says it's already running. I beg to differ. No USB devices are running even though it is detected. But yet it's already running. If that's the case, delete the files of this and try again.
Oh, my cheese isn't a button anymore. Yeah.
Why?
Let's see.
Oh, that's the button. My button is a very zoomed in picture of my cheese pizza. It's supposed to be.
Mine's not even running. I didn't put a button even.
Did you put a button picture first, or did you just put one?
What's this right here?
Did
you create that?
No. I didn't create it.
That's like you get your phone plugged in. What?
Zarius plugged his phone in yesterday. I don't think that'd do anything. No, it shouldn't.
Well, that's what it's acting like. It's got a connected device.
Zarius just like secretly plugged.
That's the thing.
There, went away. It's back.
Just did it.
That's it.
Indeed.
Are you kidding?
What?
No.
Did you say that your phone is connected?
Did this yesterday. True story.
What?
He's so building.
It's not responding.
Well,
What's it doing?
the entire thing froze. So no matter what I clicked on, nothing would happen. It's because I ran my code, or I tried to turn on my emulator. That's what it did on that.
This is what happens when you connect your phone on the computer.
No, I don't want JC's stupid little sound app.
Can't even do a cold breeder.
No. I don't know. I'll look at it here in a little bit. I'll go ahead and finish this and print this off. So.
I'm gonna save it, close, and get back into it.
Now the other thing is this is how you switch images. See how we got, or not switch images. This is how you can work with multiple images. You just have to have 2 image views. You see, I got them set here, and then I put them in the same location. So for like the Pac-Man, image view IV3 equals image view. Find view. Okay, r.id dot IV Pac-Man.
What does it mean, my computer? Oh my god, this is broken. In Task Manager, it says my CPU is at 100%, but nothing's using my CPU. Okay, now it's back to its normal.
So this should set the Pac-Man in the same location as everything else. So if I run that, if I click this button here, see how it puts everything up in the same corner? Okay.
Bug out again.
Now I'm going to close that project. I'm going to start a new one.
Right as I open it.
And call this Pizza App.
Terminate that.
Now I'm going to go over and look for images.
That was the
So I go to Google, type pizza, go to images. Now I'm looking for an image that's kind of a perfect circle that's not actual pizza. So maybe I want to look at clip art or
get everything from Domino's.
Or go steal it from Domino's.
Or we take the better alternative and not steal it.
This one might not be too bad. This clip art here. So let me right click that and I do a copy and I go into paint.net. And then I'm going to paste it. So paste in the new image. Problem with this is it's got pepperonis already. I was hoping to get a cheese pizza. So I'm going to get rid of the pepperonis.
I just want to make. I just want that's when it's pizza. Can you just let me? I don't need to.
I'm going to choose that color. I remember how to do that in the magic wand or color picker. Color picker. Yeah. I'll pick that.
There we
And
go. Build my own pizza. Sorry for interrupting.
And then I'll choose my paintbrush. Make it maybe 20.
Folder pizza. Look at that. Look at that. Colors on cheese. That's correct, but
Yeah, they don't match exactly, but it'll be good enough.
Gosh dang.
Oh, so that's dessert. They're cheese pizza. Like just on the front, just black. Without anything.
Okay. That's going to be clean enough for what we're doing. So I'm going to do a file save. And I want to make it a PNG, and I'll call it cheese. And click OK. Now this white area around here, I want that to be transparent. So I can select it using the which one? Magic wand. Magic wand. Choose that and choose Edit Cut. Choose this white. Choose Edit Cut. This here, choose Edit Cut. This here, choose Edit Cut. Probably want to change the size of it so it's smaller. So I'll do Image Resize. And I'll make it 100 and... Actually, I got it zoomed. So it might actually be good enough. There's 100%. That's probably fine. Okay, so I'm going to save that.
Okay, well, Domino's does not do the same. It's
Now-
only highlighting the crust.
Now if I do select all and do copy and do edit paste into, or just do a new, sorry. And then do OK. It'll create an image, assuming I had that selected and so forth. It'll create an image of the same size, which is what we want. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and do the magic wand and select everything and do an edit cut. So we got our transparency. Now here we want to put our pepperonis in here. Now it probably wouldn't be bad if we knew where the original was at, but we don't need that. But if you want to put it there, you can put it as a separate layer. Like if I had this here, if I copy that, do an edit copy, go over my new image, and do an edit paste in the new layer. That way you can delete the layer later on. Now I'm going to go back to my background here. You want to make sure over here in layers, you're in background, not in layer 2 that we just added. Because when I delete layer 2, it'll delete everything in layer 2. And I want to copy my pepperonis. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to right click on that image, do a copy image. I'm going to edit paste into new image.
Alright, that's cool.
And let's see, lip select. Always have a hard time getting this to work quite right. Or maybe at all. We can do a rectangular select. And I'm going to try to get one of these pepperonis. That's probably good there. I do an edit copy and edit paste in the new image. Now if I do the magic wand, I can select the yellow there and I can do an edit cut and left the pepperoni. So now if I do rectangular select, try to get that as close as I can to the pepperoni. Do an edit copy. Now if I come back over to my image, and I want the one with the two layers, I should be in the background. I'll do an edit, deselect. Now if I do an edit paste, and I can move that, the order of the layers doesn't matter, so if I move the background up here, then I can actually see it. And then I'm going to do another edit paste. Move it. Do another edit paste. Edit paste, edit paste. I should move that one first. Control Z, Control Z. Okay, there we go. Move that down there. Do another edit paste. We got our pepperonis. So now if I want to save off those pepperonis, if I come over here to layer 2, I could actually get rid of this layer. Come up to layers and choose delete layer. And we have just our pepperonis. So now I can save this as pepperoni. Let's say pep.png.
All I have is like my pizza, but it's transparent. Like there's no color in it. It's just transparent.
I don't have that program, so I've been in Paint Shop Pro making it just regular old cheap pizza.
That's fine. I'll look at it here in a second. I'm just about done showing you what I was going to show you. Now we got 2 images, don't we? So we got our cheese pizza, we got our pepperoni pizza. Those are the 2 that you're going to use over in your app.
Just cheese and pepperoni?
No, add a couple more toppings on there. But over here, you'll add in your images, and programmatically, when you click a button, you'll add them on there, make them visible. That make sense? Okay. They should be in the same location, so you want to do that set X, set Y, and so forth. And I'll give you the code for that. But that's what and what I envision is you have your image here. Helps if I actually copy it first. Let's see. Got my pepperoni, cheese. Copy those. Paste that in the drawable. Click OK. Then if I do my image view, choose my project, choose my pizza. I got my cheese pizza here. I can put it up in that corner. Now if I have a button here, this is going to be the button Add Pepperoni. So there it is, text. Pepperoni. So when they click that, it should add the other one on here. So I want to add another image view. Add pepperoni. And this is going to put this one on top of this one like that. Now to begin with, I don't want this visible, so I'm not sure if I want it invisible or gone. Well, I'll choose gone. What does invisible do? Frame is still there, but it's invisible. Either one probably be fine. So let's take a look at programming that. Set up my constraints. So I got public, void, let's see, button, pepperoni, view v. So then I got my image views. So image view v1, that's my cheese pizza. Maybe I'll just say IV cheese equals image view find Alt enter. Find view by ID r.id dot I didn't name them, did I? They're there, but I just don't know the name of them. Don't come over here. So IV cheese image. This one will be my IV pepperoni image.
Cool. Got this pepperoni now.
R dot ID dot IV cheese image and image view IV pepperoni equals to image view find view by ID r.id dot IV pepperoni image. Now I can do an IV underscore cheese dot set x, put 0, 0, the upper left, an IV underscore pepperoni dot set x, 0, 0. And I can check to see if pepperoni is selected or not. So if IV underscore pep dot, what was it, is visible.
I'm just gonna need to take a picture. So I'm trying to get all my top. Did you guys get all your toppings? Like all of the ones you guys were using?
Dot, I haven't, get visibility is equal to view dot gone. Then I want to do an IV dot pep dot or IV underscore pep dot set visibility. View dot visible. Otherwise, that means it's visible and we want to make it gone. So we'll say IV underscore pep dot set visibility view dot gone. Okay, so if I run this after I assign my button, so I go to my pepperoni and on click, I'm going to choose the button pepperoni. And now if I run it, slow.
Just trying to get my olives and my green peppers before I start.
Okay, so I got my cheese pizza. If I click the pepperoni, didn't work. Oh, there. Didn't set the position correctly. It's doing the visibility correct. So let's go back and look at that. Oh, I didn't set the Y. IV cheese dot set Y 0 and IV underscore pep dot set Y 0. And I didn't make it gone to begin with. That was another issue. If I came here and I set this as visibility gone, then that if statement will work the first time. So if I run that now, now if I click the pepperoni, there it goes. I wonder why it's down there to begin with. Oh, because I made it visible before I moved it. But see, if I click pepperoni, it keeps adding it or taking it off. That's strange. I set the position first. Well, that's easy to get around. I'll take my pepperoni here. I'll make it visible. I'll simply move it up to this upper right hand corner or upper left hand corner. And then I'll make it gone initially. Now if I run it,
Is it not working?
the what?
Is it working?
Oh yeah. Little bit off to begin with. That just seems so strange. I think up here on create, I want to go ahead and set everything to 0. So I'm going to copy these, put them up here. That should work. Let's see if that's a true statement. This doesn't work. At least I'll get you started. Okay, so I click pepperoni. Still down a little bit. That is odd. Click it next time. Next time I make it, it comes up here. Oh, because it's gone, I can't manipulate it, I bet.
My olives is bread.
So, let me come down here and I'll do my set for the pepperoni. Do the visible first. Let's see. Still down there.
There we go.
Second time I click it, it puts it in the right place. First time it doesn't. No matter what I do, it doesn't put it at 0, 0. I'll have to dig into that, but it'll work close enough. Because I could take the pepperoni and I could move it up. Could I? Yeah, I can't. You get rid of this and put a 0 here. Cheese pizza. Get rid of that 284. I think it's constraint maybe messing it up. There, it works perfect. Yeah, it was a constraint that was messing it up. Okay, so let me print this off. So you can have it. Oops, cancel that. Now go ahead and stop the recording.